Hawkins. Gotta stay locked in Goggins. Gotta ball out like Robin. Straight to the top, I'm all in. Ordinary's like a toxin. I don't wanna be like Robin. I just wanna lead, no option. Fuck caution, I ain't gonna be common. I got the confidence, like I'm on this shit, like I'm the baddest bitch in the club. I'm here for dominance, I'm being honest, that's what I want. I'll never give up, I want the whole place sold out. My name in every mouth, you know I'm after this shit till the world say my motherfucking name. Say my name. Say my name. Say my motherfucking name. Say my. You know I'm after this shit till the world say my motherfucking name. Say my name. Say my motherfucking name. You know I'm after this shit till the world say my motherfucking name.
Driven by fire, driven by fear, never get tired, no I'm still here. Fell through the cracks, now I'm shifting gears. 10 years into my moments here, waiting my turn, now I'm hot in demand. Slept on a kid but I had bigger plans. Stayed low key but I still hit drive. Give me one shot and I'm coming alive. Names on the left, they can taste it. Gunning for the top, no limitations. From the basement, no hesitation. Flipping on my L's and straight motivation. Ain't no quitter, I'm built for the grind. Pressure makes diamonds, so I'm gonna shine. One more shot, yeah, one more time. Driven affection, we locked in our primes. Place on my gloves, been fighting for years. Faced all my demons, I'm faced on my fears. Took every hit as I look in the mirror. My vision's alive and the mission is clear. Say my name, say it loud. Every scar, I wear them proud. Every word coming out my mouth has got me here where I'm standing now. Eyes on the prize, don't blink, don't break. Move with a purpose, don't be fake. No plan B, only got a plan A. When he built like me, there's only one way. Straight to the top, oh gas, no brakes. Yeah, straight to the top, cause no gotta stay.
You know I'm after this shit till the world say my motherfucking name. Say my name. Say my motherfucking name. Say my. You know I'm after this shit till the world say my motherfucking name. Say my name. Say my motherfucking name. Say my. You know I'm after this shit till the world say my motherfucking name.
You cannot stop me, I'ma make it to the top spicy. Call a covenant, not cocky. You cannot break me, this world's mine for the taking. Got an itch, man, I'm making. I'll keep my head down and grind and be patient. I'll take a stab at the top and the sailing. They can all try, but you cannot contain it. Cause I see the things that I want and I take on my goals. Push myself to the brink, no limit. Do what it takes to be free, committed. I'm a little obsessed with things, I'll admit it. But that's what it takes to get a freedom ticket. Got a killer instinct and it's just the beginning. Breaking down walls and the hurt start thinning. And the more you push it, the fast start trimming. Till you're the only one standing up straight, winning all.
No, we never sit still. It's time to stand up, time to take the red pill. To make this our world, gonna die on this hill. Be ready to fight and be ready to kill. We never give up, no we never sit still. It's time to stand up, time to take the red pill. To make this our world, gonna die on this hill. Be ready to fight and be ready to kill.
You just gotta wanna keep chasing. Put you everything you're facing. Keep up with the pace and adrenaline rush starts racing. Get through all the things you hate in. Don't let the others in charge of your dreams. They just don't know what it takes to be seen. You see the ship take control of your team. And if you're alone, then a one-man army. So you better be starving. And you better be carving. Through the hate, keep marching. And every day keep charging ahead till you get what you want, what you dream. Regret is a thing of the past and you'll see that you've always had it inside. It's the key to make the most of this life. Believe.
No, we never sit still. It's time to stand up, time to take the red pill. To make this our world, gonna die on this hill. Be ready to fight and be ready to kill. We never give up, no we never sit still. It's time to stand up, time to take the red pill. To make this our world, gonna die on this hill. Be ready to fight and be ready to kill. I could feel the cold world try to put me on my knees, and I feel all of the pressure to provide everything. So I keep my head down, work hard, and believe that tomorrow will be better. Give it time and you'll see. But there's always a new fight, always a rough night, cause it takes a few tries to get something new right. When it's been a tough life, you need a new view sight to see what to do, like to make a new move, right? And I could feel the weight of the world, better brace fast. Got a little blood in my mouth, I can taste that. And I've been beaten, bruised from the fight, ain't no fake out. Calluses, they grow from the pain and the days pass. But I will never give up, and I will never give in. Strength is all I got now, and damn it, man, I'm all in. So I'ma have to stay tall, never show I'm bleeding. When everything is too much, you will see me leading. Life is full of challenge, that's the only way to live. Dopamine is something that to get you have to give. In the moment it may suck, but that's the only way to win. Keep your head and chin up, take the blows and don't give in. And life will hit you so hard, we've been through it so far. Wake up with a new scar, some just want a new start. But we all get a different hand, dealt to us a different plan. Take your gifts and make a stand, you don't get a second chance. I could feel the weight of the world, better brace fast. Got a little blood in my mouth, I can taste that. And I've been beaten, bruised from the fight, ain't no fake out. Calluses, they grow from the pain and the days pass. But I will never give up, and I will never give in. Strength is all I got now, and damn it, man, I'm all in. So I'ma have to stay tall, never show I'm bleeding. When everything is too much, you will see me leading. Yeah, let's go. New year, new me, turn it up a new degree. I'm gonna make it to the top if it's the last thing I see. Work hard every day, work hard, then we play. I'll be doing everything in my own damn way. Ain't nobody tell me shit, I'm on top of it. Writing hits that make other people feel like writing hits. We gon' get every little goal that we wanna get. Never quit, we don't even know what it means to quit. Write it down, what you want, what you need, what you see. Everything that you wanna be. Put it out in the world, that's your destiny. In your mind, what you need is to have belief. I'm gon' make it to the top, cause I never stop. My own switch doesn't have enough. I think it's broken, I think it's lost. I guess that's why I never take a loss. New year, new me, no fear, just be everything you wanna be. Write it down, what you see. Don't give up, just believe, and you will succeed. Put the hours in, and you're bound to win. New year, new me, no fear, just be everything you wanna be. Write it down, what you see. Don't give up, just believe, and you will succeed. Put the hours in, and you're bound to win. Make a deal with yourself that you'll get after it. Find something that you love, call it passionate. Or find some passion and leave it behind, adequate. Your journey starts now, time to make it happen then. You could be great, have it your way. Served up like some room service on a nice plate. The high life is only hours a day away from making a change to the life that you chase. New year, new you, new day. Go prove to yourself you could do anything you wanna do. When you set your mind to something big that you choose, break it down to the root, chip away, gotta move. Push past all your limitations. Right now consider this an invitation. Make your worth go up like inflation, and start chasing your dreams, stop waiting. New year, new me, no fear, just be everything you wanna be. Write it down, what you see. Don't give up, just believe, and you will succeed. Put the hours in, and you're bound to win. New year, new me, no fear, just be everything you wanna be. Write it down,
Man. Get that music going. Let's go.
I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. So hard to find, it's the real damn thing. Don't be wasting any time, I got somewhere to be. Always on the grind, yeah, you know me. Hold the crown will be mine, you can call me king. A matter of time for you all love me. Finally at my prime, right where I wanna be. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me.
Put my money where my mouth is, I'ma get it now, kid. Heard around town, this sound is astounding. Feel my heart pounding, bass is surrounded. Think I finally found it, so I'm gonna mount it. Like an ex-girlfriend, I'ma get it back. Make a couple racks as I make a couple tracks. Stay on the attack as I'm writing every rap in a snapback. Blacks off his coach and his jack. Man, I feel good, dog, I feel good. Woke up a little richer, also with a little wood. If I could teach this shit, man, really wish I could. So listen up closely, I'll give you a push. I raise hell every time my lyrics pop off. I take shots at the haters with a sawed off. Girl, you better keep me up or I'll nod off. One shot, all I got, I will not stop.
I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. So hard to find, it's the real damn thing. Don't be wasting any time, I got somewhere to be. Always on the grind, yeah, you know me. Hold the crown will be mine, you can call me king. A matter of time for you all love me. Finally at my prime, right where I wanna be. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me.
Yeah, it's not enough, man, I want more. I keep on doing business every single door. I wanna be the richest, so you see me up on Forbes. I can do this through my music, that's how I even the score. I can take it slow, man, I want it bad. Every single day, I'll be carving out a path. Like a girl with a tat on her back, all black. I'ma take her right back to my pad where it's at. I don't ever slack off, so you better back off. I'm about to blast off faster than NASA. Everybody stand up, put your fucking hands up. That's the demand, yo. Welcome to the brand, bro. No, I'm not cautious. I take risks, and no, you can't stop this. I'm too slick. She knows that she wants it, so come quick, baby. Know that I'm on it.
I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. So hard to find, it's the real damn thing. Don't be wasting any time, I got somewhere to be. Always on the grind, yeah, you know me. Hold the crown will be mine, you can call me king. A matter of time for you all love me. Finally at my prime, right where I wanna be. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me.
You know what that is, right?
I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me.
Yep.
I'm one of a
There ain't no one like me. Look, I'm gonna tell you guys right now what's going on right now. Oh man. I've been waiting on this. Okay. I've got quite a few hard drives. I make a lot of files, right? Especially being an artist, right? But this right here, this one of the biggest issues that an artist has is the amount of hard drive space that he has to use. Okay. And what I'm about to do today should help me with that a lot. It's not like an end all, right? That's not what it is. I'm gonna need more of these. I'm gonna need more of these, I promise you. But that's gonna help me get to the point where I'm able to hold a lot more information that I can actually work on for future installments. And the point of this is that I'll actually be able to move on to different games too. I have updated everything on this computer. honestly, I didn't really need to. But I just was running out of a lot of, needed hard drive space rather. So this, I'm going in the computer today. Along with cleaning up a bunch of files because I had a hard drive that I took out and put into my girlfriend's computer. And it's just a needed thing. So hard drive going in today. Oh boy, we're being raided? Holy shit. How you doing, Gran? How you doing? Grandma's Boy Pod for the raid. Welcome in, welcome in. Down, how you doing? Gonzo Johnny, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Doc, how you doing? Oh man, you guys are amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. I was just getting started, man. Trying to wake up, getting a little bake on, and yeah. How was your stream today? Aliens in the morning. Yes, we're trying to 100% destroy all humans. Cheers, cheers. Thank you. It was a fun one. Well, I enjoyed watching what little I was able to actually watch before I got started, but you definitely helped me wake up. I'm surprised more of those I'm not going to say anything. I'm just surprised there aren't more breast, feeding tutorials on YouTube. Save me from the nothing I have become. You are right. Oh man, Dr. Pyrostein, seriously. Good song, man. Nice. But yeah, just getting started. Coffee, wake and bake. You know how it is. We're doing this big. Bought a new hard drive. Gonna be installing this today. Pumping out more art. Doing all kinds of stuff. 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. usually. Nice. I'll be there. And there's usually boobs. I mean, I love boobies, right? Boobies feed the world, right? No saving needed. Nice. Oh man. Thank you so much. That's a great raid. I appreciate you so much. I love everybody. Everybody loves boobies. Good statement, good statement. Yes, sir. Welcome to Destroy All Humans. We've already played through it. We've got a few things we need to get. But yeah, we should be done today or soon, if not tomorrow or something. Because some of these are a little bit difficult. And if you've ever played this game, you know it's not easy. It definitely kicked my ass all over the place. Yeah, man. Seriously, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. If I could lay my head in your lap and say thank you, I would. No gay, no gay. But yeah, we just got to the point yesterday where we got most of these done, except for this one here, and this is the hardest one for me. So we're gonna do that last. But yeah, duck and cover really knocks me on my ass. On a more boring side of things, I have these side missions that I need to try to do. And I'm probably going to have to look for a cheat sheet because some of these DNA collectors, I have looked everywhere for them and I just can't figure out where they're at. But I'm going to try to do it legit. It's only weird if you make it weird. Oh, man. And I'm going to make it weird. It's kind of my brand. Yeah, man. Awesome. I love it. Your brand is on top of the world right now. Literally. Oh, man. Cotton swabs. Yes. The DOC. Gotta love it. Oh, man. When I'm looking here at what I need to do, Capital City is going to kick my ass. So, yeah, it may be this stream, it may be next stream, who knows, but we're going to definitely do it. I love you guys. Feel free to spam some emoji, you know, whatever makes you happy right now. Because we're about to get down. Matter of fact, I'm going to sit down. Come on. Come on down. Coitus. Oh, man. Yeah, I was not expecting that right at the first of the stream, at the start of the stream. Mod is Santa. That's funny. We just unlocked his skin the other day, too. He looks pretty dope, right? Am I going the right way? Oh, this one I don't have anything to do. That's right. He's not running around naked. Oh, man. Man, I guess I'm gonna have to cover this map all the way from the top to the bottom. In public anyway, right? Oh, I love you guys. You guys are great. Yes. I am a very forthcoming and straightforward guy, and I can tell you right now that you guys are right up my alley. Tweety Logic, that's a beautiful name, man. Tiny little head in the corner of the screen. Yeah. I have other scenes that I'm working on to update everything, but this is the best place for all the games that I play to put me. And I promise you, I'm not a pretty guy. Okay? The game knows. The game knows. You're right. You're right. I just don't know where to look for this anymore. But yeah, we gotta find 3 of the drones that collect DNA. But if I have to, I'll go and cheat, I guess. We are all pretty on the inside. That is true, Gonzo. That is true. We're all beautiful. And I love everybody. I even love the people that hate me the most. I really do. They can't stop it. Like, you know, I tell them all the time, if you don't like the content, down it and enjoy. Thank you for the view. Because that's how it is, right? I have been making content for far too long to be worried about it. But, yeah. You're right. It's still a metric, right? Right? Yeah. It's a metric. I mean, measure me. I don't care. Oh, man. Okay, I'm gonna zigzag across this map as fast as possible.
We're under attack. I must have been mistaken.
And try to find it. I don't know where it would be, though. Not up here, right? So put the party dresses on the beach. Okay, here. Looks like the beach is quite slim. Here's what we can do. Whoops. Who sees me? Nobody sees me.
There's got to be a rich gentleman for me somewhere in this city.
You haven't got the guts.
Oh, I am seen. I was gonna hollow bob a chick and let you have a look at her. Tweety Logic, I'm gonna be honest with you. This chair does look very comfortable. It's a chair that supposedly can handle up to 450 pounds, right? The problem is that I have a skinny, narrow ass, right? And I'm sitting hard on the bottom of it. So it is comfortable, but not for long sitting. My only assumption is they assume that my ass is going to be bigger because it is for heavier people. But it works. Yeah. Yeah. These cops are always on me. Like flies on shit, bro. Oh, man. If I say all that, they're going to clip it and they're going to take me out of context. Hold on. Yeah, it needs more fluff. And this chair definitely needs that. What you doing, baby? Come here. Where you going? Hey, man, I'll take more ass. I will. I definitely will.
Little green man! Get out of the way or I'll shoot through you! Good lord! It's an alien!
I just don't know where to look for this thing. I really don't.
You talking to me? Spacemen! Out of the way!
Yeah, man, he needs a bigger butt. Look at that.
You're hurting my
That's funny.
They want to destroy our way of life! Space invaders! Little green man! Holy smoke!
Yeah, if I could get a bigger bum, I would definitely take it. I really would. I hate being an old man with a scrawny ass. It sucks.
Damn kids. Never wanted them anyway. Help!
It's actually quite soft. It's cushy. It's just that you sit on the board, you know, with the scrawny butt. But I've tried pillows, you know, the little sitting pillow, the little padded seat.
We're under attack!
I probably have it here somewhere, actually. I don't see it though. But yeah, I bought one and it didn't help.
Somebody there?
Too many
Call
violins.
the army! Call the
Martians!
What? What? Space invaders!
Do not go bitch like that into that good night. Nice. The aliens already here, man. Some would say yes, some would say no. Others would say indifferent. I mess with the Twitter space for UFOs, and what they don't understand is it's a lot like the, you know, spaces where they have talks about government and so on. No one in government cares about your Twitter space, right? No one in the alien space cares either, right? It's just that kind of a thing, right? It kind of goes both ways.
Ew! Spaceman! Spike up, whoever's that! Space, baby!
Space creatures!
Space freak!
Okay.
Stress at work must be getting to little green men! A mutant pig!
Ali Pepe? Pepe? Domestic. Oh wow, that's a real statement right there. Yeah, they are removing dicks. You're right.
Martians!
Tweety, there's a lot of people that say that. Yeah, yeah. I mean, let's be honest. It's hard to find honest people, right?
Communists! We're under attack! Help!
Becky. Man.
Good lord! It's an alien!
Space is fake and gay.
Help!
Oh, I love it.
Holy smokes! Aliens! What?
I might have to just find a little guide that tells me where everything is and look at it and read it and find where I am missing on this, because it is not here.
They want to destroy our way of life!
Air needing a container. Yeah. Other ones are what we call spirits, good or bad. There's a good point to that. Yeah, looking up at the stars is nice. Not enough people do that anymore. Stars are real. Okay. There is a lot about space imagery that is definitely a manipulation, because I mean, we don't see the nebula. Look, I found one. Look, right there. Look. Oh my god. I found one. How many do I need? 3. Okay, so now I need 2. Aha! Gotcha. Wow. Okay. You know, when you're looking at something in infrared, obviously it's not something we see. And there can be a lot of, you know, considerations to that being faked. But I'm a big proponent of electric universe. Do any of you know what the EU is? Or what they do or talk about? What they predict? Yeah, man. If you haven't looked at the electric universe side of things, there's a lot there that is more than likely true. Where am I at? Oh, I'm at the hotel. Okay. Oh, Electric Universe has a lot of there's so much to it that it's so much to get into, to be honest. But yeah, everything that we see in space can be explained through the knowledge we have of electricity. Also, it doesn't have to be direct current or alternating current. It can be a more obscure form of electricity, which it seems to be. It really does. Yin and yang. Very good. Very astute. You guys might actually like my other channel, Widowmaker Mafia, because I'm going to be talking about a lot of things symbolism. Some of it will be electric universe, but I'm gonna ease into that. What's up, Mr. Douglas?
Little green men!
You forgot that's gay. Oh man. That's a great statement, brother. Oh boogie boogie boogie.
Space creature!
I love it.
It came from outer space.
Okay. I went over there. There, okay. Yeah, man, Earth is a magical place. I mean, it's very unique. Not so much in its makeup, but in the way that it's settled and, you know, remains almost timeless in its perfected way of balancing things. Yeah. But yeah, we're going to be talking about a lot of things soon on Widowmaker Mafia. For those that don't know, I'm pretty sure that we are walking on Atlantis as we speak. And there's been a lot of things that connect that. One of the most important things that connects what we see as remnants of ancient history is actually geopolymer. Like, this has already been proven without doubt. And a lot of people deny it. And it's just kind of weird. But we just discovered geopolymer in our society, civilization. And we discovered it through studying these ancient sites. And one of the things that I plan on doing is starting a construction company that uses geopolymer. Making geodesic domes. What is geopolymer? It's basically a ceramic. But there's a lot of materials that are listed under the moniker of geopolymer, like alkali materials, etc. So we're going to be diving into that. And it's basically man-made rock. You know, whenever you look at Machu Picchu or Tiwanaku, or even the casing stones have been proven to be geopolymer, man-made limestone, I believe. So, yeah. I think that at least the casing stones are made out of geopolymer, yes. We know that for fact. The reason that we know this is because there's a lot of like trapped air bubbles inside of it. And it's been proven. Like, it's been studied and proven. Most of all. The poured pyramid theory. Because we can make all kinds of geopolymers now. You can make granite. You can make limestone. I mean, it's basically like Roman concrete. You know, that was one of the first leads into the discovery of geopolymer. And basically, it's just natron or potassium and aluminum. And when they cure, they crystallize into this very noticeable, not natural rock type state. And we can actually sample and test now and find out more about what's going on with other sites. So yeah.
What? Leave me alone!
Alien! I'm getting that!
Not molten. You don't need it to be molten. It's more like plastics. Okay, it's more like plastics in the fact that it can cool or it can be made in a cold state. It's just a polymerization that is natural. And it can happen naturally even. So if you think about crab fossils, right? What is it that makes a crab fossil a stone? It's just the exchange of minerals leaching into the soil and mud. And it's water activated. Yeah, literally Freemasonry, you're right. Because you can do this in your backyard if you have the right materials or minerals in the soil. Yeah. Rock. Rock. This guy fishing, I don't think I've ever noticed him there. But yeah. Geopolymer, man.
You're going
Make sure I didn't miss anything in these rocks. Who wants a rubber ducky? Where'd he go? Oh, there it is.
Let me go, you commie bastard! Ah! Party never. Move over!
Whoops. Ah.
Move over!
Oh, man. Everything that we have is made from Earth, right? Everything, literally. Yeah. You can't touch the Earth until you get money. That is true. That is true. There is a lot to that, yes. That is actually a wonderful statement right there. Very spot on. The last cataclysm, SMH. Is that an SMH in belief or disbelief? Believe? Yeah. Yeah. Me too. I'm right there with you. Cycle is a very important thing, and it's one of the oldest symbols that we have too. Another thing I like to do is look at symbolism. Like, a lot of people don't know where the infinity symbol comes from. The infinity symbol is heaven. Why? Because if you put a camera down and every 24 hours in the middle of the day, take a picture of the sun and its orientation, it makes this path through the sky. All through the year, it's doing this. Okay? But also, the moon, if you take a picture of it every 24 hours, right? At night, you will see that it too makes the infinity symbol. And that's going to be one of the things I actually talk about. But yeah, it's all cycles. That's all it is. And it's stuffing. I love it.
Counter of the painful kind.
That's actually funny. Very, 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 very true.
You're going down,
Oops.
little man.
Wait, I'm actually in the water? Interesting. Uh-oh, here comes the tanks.
I destroyed entire Korean villages. You think I'm scared? Your weapon. You think you can go 15 rounds with me?
NLMS, yes. Yes, sir. That's it. Gonzo got it. It's either Analima or Analima, but whatever. Tit for tat, right? Potato, potato. But yeah, exactly that. That is the source of our symbolism for the infinity. And that is why it's so sacred. You know, that's why it has the idea of everlasting behind it, because it's constant, it's nonstop. It will probably go on forever.
You're blocking my.
Yeah. Hey, if anyone needs some cheap followers, just follow me on Twitch. They post all the time. Get that in out. Wow. Hellacious statement, bro. The G stands for gay. NGL. Oh, I need to check here too. The perceived God, yeah. I mean, everything that is religious is related to the heavens, the stars, their movements, etc. So it's like a lot of people that are religious don't know that and won't ever accept it or adopt that. So, you know, the world's in a mess. And hopefully my new content coming out will help people with that. I don't know. Hard to say. I just know it's easy to see and it's easy to believe what you see. And sometimes it can be fake. Sometimes it can be false narrative. But there's a lot of things that you can rediscover through knowledge of, you know, astrology, so on. Yeah. The real one? Yeah, yeah. For putting up with it, you're right. Spelling is fun. Or wouldn't write words right, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I get what you're saying, yeah. Why is my game lagging? It's lagging McBaggins over here. What's going on here? Huh. I must be close to something because it's definitely weird. Here's what we'll do. Oh yeah, writing a book nowadays. I was the guy who created the podcast in stone because I wanted to talk about geopolymer with someone that I thought was on top of his game for geopolymer. Turns out he's a nut job. I learned about geopolymer probably about 15 years ago. Looked into it as much as I could. Found this guy on Twitter, thought, hey, he's really onto this. And I'm not saying that everything he says is wrong, but he has what's called natron theory. After I did a lot more digging into what had transpired over the past 10, 15 years, I realized that his theory was a complete joke because natron was already proven as the key to geopolymer. Yeah, man, make rocks. Your most simple solution is silica, aluminum, water. Okay. I'm trying to think. There's something else that I'm missing. Silica, natron, water, alumina. Yeah, those are your basic needs for geopolymer. You can actually find recipes. If you look up Joseph Davidovitz, then you'll find the geopolymer.org. And you can even find geopolymer.org on YouTube. And he breaks down a lot of the research into it and, rediscovery of it. Alumina. Yes, sir. Must have aluminum. Aluminum. What the hell? Mutts. I don't remember that being mentioned in the game, but I could be wrong. Weird. Okay. Oh, wait. Where am I going? Oh, man. Aluminum takes electricity to form. I mean, we can get aluminum, you're right. It's everywhere. Right? It's in everything. Absolutely. Right. Now, as far as being formed by electricity, I mean, there are natural forms of aluminum, obviously. It is very, very spread out all through the soil. and it's the key to most rocks, but potassium can also be a substitute. How many do I need? Oh, I need one. Okay. And I need to do an abduction. Okay. But yeah, it's all about minerals, guys. It's all chemical. It's just a process that's taken from nature. Like I said, a crab fossil wouldn't be a stone unless it was extracting all the salts, all of the, you know, metals that are in seashells and even living organisms. Fossilization is the closest thing to it, really. But yeah, our ancient ancestors, they had a good sense of nature and its workings because they were definitely manipulating it.
Spike up!
I think that's out of bounds, if I remember right. Let's go see. Maybe not.
Little green man.
Huh. Almost thought I could get in there. Step one, step two. As far as geopolymer, it's just crush and mix. It's really that easy. I can't think of any recipes that have caustic soda in it. What's up, Photo? How you doing, bro? I would pass you a blunt, but I've got to get some weed later, so. A little alien fella. Love it. Alkali materials, yes, that's definitely a part of it. Like most of the things that we see in Peru are an alkali material. And yeah. It is highly acidic. It's I actually think that if we tested the soil, we would be able to know if we were dealing with alkali, because it would eventually leach into the soil after, you know, thousands or tens of thousands of years. pH levels, yes, absolutely. Matter of fact, one of the guys that I was dealing with the podcast, he's kind of a dick, let's be honest. He's a little bit prude. But he had gotten sick, and I told him to take the rock that he made and put it in a test for pH, and it was off the charts, bro. It was maxed out. That test couldn't show any more pH if it wanted to. And I was like, bro, you got to watch out for sodium silicate, especially when it's in a solid form, right? Solids are the worst. If you get it in your lungs, you can have issues. But he was being real lewd on Twitter, and he was cooking his little rock that he made in a soup that he ate. He was licking on it, and it's just like, what the fuck, dude? That's not even cured 100%. Like, you put a lot of water in it, bro. And He thought I was out of my mind. Yes, there is a lot of aluminum particles in the sky right now. Yes. That's why a lot of people are having problems with asthma and stuff like that. For those that don't know, jet fuel is basically just kerosene. You're talking borium, you're talking aluminum, you're talking all sorts of minerals that we don't need to be breathing. They think they can stop the sun. Yeah, how do you talk to people like that? Exactly. How do you do that? How do you deal with that? You know, it's retarded. Like, I will actually say it is retarded. You know? And then there's, you know, the idea of, you know, when I was younger, they were telling us that we were going to have flying cars, right? But now they put us in these little electric toasters, right? Maximum retardation, right? Yeah, people want it. Well, I mean, we are heating up the planet, whether anyone wants to agree with that or not. We really are. And it's mostly because, you know, of all the things that we do. Also, on top of that, it's already been shown, scientifically proven, right, that we're putting so much heavy elements into our atmosphere that it's shrinking. Does that bring the idea of the sky is falling to anybody other than me? I don't know. You wonder what the ice hides? Yeah, me too. Yeah, we had paradise. You know? I mean, honestly, if you look at the past that's recorded, even though it is in favor of the person who recorded it, right? There's still that idea of our planet used to be like an ascension, right? And now it's just hell on earth. Yeah. Natural processes. And that's one of the things that the Widowmaker Mafia as a business is going to promote.
Focus! Use your guidance system.
Okay, so that's off the map.
Oh, there you are, Cleo.
Nothing I can do over here? Okay. But yeah, very good point, Gonzo. We definitely got to do that. And electricity is natural, but it's not God. And it's not going to solve all of our problems. Matter of fact, I look into a lot of that shit too. But everything is electrical. Not to say that it's not an important role, but it's not the end all role, right?
Somebody there? It's the ball!
Let's do this. Was a mutant pig!
Woohoo.
You're dead, little man! Stop! Here's Johnny! Alien! Attack! You're gone! Drop your weapon! On your knees, cowboy! Beg me to spare your freeze, sucker!
What is Widowmaker Mafia? That's the channel that I have. I'm starting a business out of it. The first thing that we're going to do is geopolymer homes, basically. Geodesic shape. Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be, there's an electrical component to everything that is important to us. That is true. But it can't just be that, right? It's got to be a conduit. It's got to be, I mean, there's so many things, right? If we were to take magnets and put them on our fingers, we would be able to sense more, right? Along that kind of thought, right? Like we need to expand our thinking past creating sensors. We need to find a way to incorporate those into what we actually can physically, you know, enhance our reality, basically, right? And there's a lot of things that we can do right now if we really put our minds to it to make that happen. And that's what the company's about.
You're blocking my shot.
Yeah, flow state. Perfect example. Excellent study, guy. I love you. Perfect example, brother. Oh. I feel like I'm looking at everything and not finding nothing.
Space invaders. Commies. Spaceman. It came from outer space. What's that? Little green man.
Yeah, electric being, yes. Oh yeah. Definitely. Absolutely. That's where chakras come from. That's where the idea of auroras and everything, you know, aura, I mean, rather. Yeah, man. Yeah. Everyone in here is a very smart individual. You are going to be a perfect understudy. Yeah, man. That is why people feel like that after work. You're right.
What the? You pesky vomit. I fear you full of options.
Yup. You guys are brilliant, coming up with perfect examples. Hell yeah.
Get back to the invasion site. Or I'll
Getting
have
sucked dry. Yeah.
so pleased you graced us with your presence, Crypto.
Oh no. Okay, I landed. Nice. I'm surprised there's not one right here. Oh well. Okay. Everything is poison nowadays, you're right. Even the plastics that we touch, you know. How long did they say PVC was safe to keep, water or to use as a, conduit for water for us to drink? And now they're finding toxicity levels in water. That right there is tragic. And a lot of people said for a long time that's bullshit. And they were right.
Catch the drone that's hovering.
Yeah, right. I don't like to call us slaves, but we really are. We live we live on a prison planet, and the only reason why I say that is because there's cameras everywhere, including in our homes. I can't tell you how much I learned about these things right here. Okay, these don't even need to be powered. Okay, they just don't. And I will be hitting on that at one point. Also, the new system, right? Wink, wink. The new system of being able to track people using Wi-Fi signals, that's not new. That's been around for a long time. There are patents that actually go back quite a ways back for that. I mean, Gonzo, if you remember history, one of the reasons why slaves were fed things like cornbread is because they had no nutritional value. Think about that. Right? It's a serious thing. Yeah, styrofoam. I actually have an idea for styrofoam, though. You might like it. I'm not going to talk about it now, but I have some ideas for styrofoam. The natural world is not a prison. You're right. You're right. It's what we make it. The shaft. Natural law. Okay, but then natural law, there's a lot to be said about that as far as being able to, being able to restrain natural urges, right? There's a lot to be said to that, so it can go both ways. It already is. Why not go with it? I get it. I get it. I get it. I do. And there's a lot to be said about it. You're right. It's like with political things, okay? This is how I've always had to, make myself self-train, right? To be a logical person. Take the left and the right. Figure out what is good for humanity, what isn't, and then walk the line in between. People don't like that. A lot of people don't like that. You guys are on point with everything you're saying, guys. I love it.
Near the statue of their bovine overlord. Quickly, before it falls into the hands of one of these bomb kids.
You know what they call me in the war? Maniac McDonald! Maniac! Oh, not another blasted alien invasion!
Damn, I missed one, didn't I?
Boat on the
Oh crap. I missed more. Where'd he go? There he is.
Halfway to the finish line. You have a mere minute to complete this task.
You want a piece of me? Little green man.
Make tracks. That's a relief.
I don't even know what I got.
Self-destructive drone.
I was so focused and I know I missed something.
To be you. Or wait. Have the human specimens figured out how to escape?
You don't want to cut your junk. Oh man. Left, right, and all. Yeah, it's all the same now. Nowadays, it is. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. Absolutely. Tell you what. I need to refill my coffee. I'll be like 2 minutes. Fill the chat and I'll read it for you. I'll be right back. Yeah, coffee break, right? Man, listen. Cheers. The true freedom is in your mind. That is true. But even that can be manipulated as well. You must negotiate within the world as it is. That is true. Too many people are ruining their lives. Yeah. Living in resentment. Absolutely. They cannot affect change in the world like that. Hey, Tweety, have you ever thought about maybe running for president? Because we need that. That is very, very real. That's why I go with my own narratives now. Nice. much closer to reality than what they shove in our face. Yes. I'm going to tell you guys, when people that believe and see the things that I see, because I'm not trying to be original, right? And I'm not trying to just follow the ship where it goes, right? I actually looked into this stuff for like 25 years before I even, got to the point where I am now. Okay? And it's like symbolism that almost seems to be mocking you, right? That still gets used today, even in branding, okay? There is a lot of symbolism in branding. And it blows my mind that they are so bold to use that kind of stuff to like slap us in the face and say, you're going to remain stupid. You're not going to figure it out. You're not going to know this stuff. And there's a lot of people out there in archaeology. Everyone that basically points to the same things that I point to has shut down the conversations, literally, to the point of being blocked, banned, ignored. Okay, and it's a shilling, right? That's being pushed upon us. I have another channel other than Widowmaker Mafia that's called Revel You Shun. Revel You Shun. You should revel in the fact that you can shun that kind of behavior. But there aren't enough people out there that shun that, right? It's shilling, right? An example, someone talking about ancient monuments or buildings, okay? And denying that it's geopolymer, but at the same time asking, what do you think? That is a shill. And that's one of the things I'm going to be talking about on that channel. I can't thank you enough for the raid, Grandma's Boy. I can't. Because these are great people, and I wouldn't have met them if you hadn't dropped them in here for me. Wow, you guys are so full of based knowledge. It's amazing. Let's go. I'm excited. You don't want to cut your dick off. You have a real problem with people cutting their penis off, don't you? I do too. Cosmic comedy, I call it. Yes, symbolism. It is. And it is cosmos related. Most of it. And yeah. Anything that relates to an idea of heaven is the sky. It's the, yeah. Language only goes so far. Okay. There's a lot of things that you can discover about our planet just looking at the names of cities and breaking the words down into their basic function. I plan on hitting on that too. Definitely. Oh, Tweety, nice to meet you, man. Definitely. Everyone should have a problem with cutting off their penis. Yes. It's past a Prince Albert at that point, right? The mind experiments, you're right. There's a lot to the mind experiments. And yeah, part of it is that, you know, cutting off the penis. You're right. Oh, shoot. No, don't fall down. Stand back up. California. Yeah. Oh, I follow you now. California, yeah. California. Fournier. Yes, sir. Very, very, that's a lot of foresight, Doc. It really is. They have been studying it, you're right. And they've been keeping us preoccupied, getting them to the point where they could do more study, right? More discovery equals deeper enslavement. Yeah, there's a lot to say to that. I mean, that could be like, I could talk on that for like hours, literally, like maybe 3 or 4 hours straight. And I do intend to eventually maybe talk about stuff like that. But there's so much more important stuff to talk about. Not saying that that's not important, that it's hard to put a perspective on what is more important, right? It's conflicting, it's hard, it's difficult. If I had more hours in a day, they'd be spent doing nothing different. Like, I'm only playing games, to be honest with you, because of the fact I need a break from all the art that I do and all the research that I do. I mean, if you do research in the same way, then you'll know what I'm saying. Like, I literally play videos multiple at a time on, like, you know, 2x speed. And it's just so that I can condense it down and make it a faster learning, right? So I can raise the curve. And man, there's so much I could go into about it, but yeah. That's why they want people focused on them. Yeah, you're right. Giving away their energy, yes. The last 80 plus years have been a shit show of human experimentation for one goal: control. Well put. Well put. Control and power, yeah. But with control comes power naturally, right? Yeah. Now look at past happenings like that, sucking us dry with events. Yes. Even natural, you know, even the natural cycle, right, can condition us. And yeah, I agree with that. Smartphones creating a unicult. Yeah. Very, very astute comment right there. Yeah. I can only research what I am exposed to. I see the insides of factories and how the slaves are programmed. No one want to hear what I have learned because the slaves cannot know anything. Yeah. I mean, think about AI. They're literally putting them in robots. Say goodbye to all the jobs on the planet, guys. Say goodbye to leaving your home for the sake of sending a robot to go and get your food or whatever, right? Yeah, we're creating our own prison through technology. We really are. The world's already a prison planet, but when everyone's stuck in their home, it's doubly so, right? The shaft said, yes. The government should be from the bottom up. We are supposed to be the greatest form of the government, the public, the one which it serves, right? Suave. We need government because of other yeah. There's a lot to be said there. Yeah. Industrial slaves, then they brought in robotics. Yeah. 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 Like, a lot of people don't consider that, you know, a lot of people think, okay, well, I shouldn't have to be able to work. We should have legal slavery, you know, in the form of AI and robotics, right? And we should just be able to lay out in the sun and, you know, talk on our phones and, you know, be all this, that, and the other. And it's like, yeah, but there's more to it than that, guys. We need to be vigilant. And what that means is that we need to know what we're doing. And that kind of replaces the need for that. And it's not good. Like removing dicks. Good God, bro. You know, it's like this. As far as the removing dicks goes, that's your prerogative to do so, right? Leave me out of it. Stop throwing it in my face. You know, it's funny. We literally have a culture right now that thinks that throwing their dicks in your face literally is the way to go. And it's just not. I think that the government had become this giant octopus. Why so many tentacles that no one can untangle it at this point? You need a restart. Okay, that's let it burn culture. And I think we can do better than that. It's Pyro's shit stick. 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 I can't say it. It's a shtick. I said it. Hey, look. Oh, man. You guys are great. I love you all. Definitely give me a follow. I have been working on content for all that kind of stuff for quite a few years, and in the process working on other things like the business, etc. And it's all coming together at this point. You know, I stream a little bit of gaming just to, you know, get to the point where I can be on the program, right? But at the same time, it's like, that's not my main goal, really. I do love games. I love watching people play games. It's my pastime, my break time, right? And this is part of that. Like I said, I've got 2 terabytes here that I need to use for making clips, long form video on demand content, etc., etc. And that's what that's for. So, work in progress is greater than the question. That's my favorite line. And it's the truth. I can't get everything done on my own immediately. You know, there's a lot to do when it comes to just streaming, right? But at some point, I'm going to be streaming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week from 5 different channels at least. At least. And yeah, it's a lot of work. And, you know, I do have some help. But it's just not enough. One of the things that I hope to inspire making the channel grow as far as Widowmaker Mafia goes is getting more people into it. You know, free time okay, let me go and research something that I didn't know before and maybe pass it on to Travis myself. My name is Travis, by the way. Nice to meet you. So that he can add to what he does because he's out there actually trying to promote this knowledge, right? That's one of the ideas. So I think that you guys are brilliant. You definitely got to help me out with that. Because yeah, these conversations need to be had. We all make mistakes. Man, listen. If I wasn't a complete degenerate, okay, raised to be a fool, okay, and told constantly, go figure it out, I wouldn't be here right now in my non-degenerate state. 25 years of changing 25 years of your pre-life, right? It's like I've been born twice, right? It's like I've matured twice and in two different states. And I was never perfect. I'm never going to be perfect. I don't want anyone to think that I think that. But I will laugh off the shills. I will laugh off the, people that try to, cancel culture type shit, right? Yeah, I will definitely laugh them off because there's too many of us around that want to be a real person, right? And I know that. And they know that. They know it's hard. They've got their work cut out for them when it comes to me because I laugh at everything, literally. Oh, man. We need no central government to keep things running. LA meant we need to clean house. Yeah, I get that. I mean, there's a certain level of need, but at the same time, it's just to be a guiding light, right? There has to be some form of debate to what is best for, what is the right direction, and we're doing that right here, right now, actually, during a gaming live stream, right? So, I mean, I get what you mean, and I agree with a lot of it, right? But at the same time, there's still that weighing matter. You got to weigh things. And, government is basically the coming together of people. That's the idea behind it, right? So, are we not a form of government? I say we are. People like us interacting, discussing, trying to come up with better ideas and solutions, etc. It's a form of government in its own way. I would not even allow central government to control my water anymore or my food. Yeah, if I had that choice right now, I would be on that same path. At the same time, I don't like corporate government. You know what I mean? Because it's becoming one thing, right? There are many shitty people, but if their thoughts are manufactured, then they are making the shit people, yeah. They make them so we can cheer when they punish them. Yes, I agree with that. No actual sane person would ever accept such waste of resource. Government is the problem, not the per se government. Yes. We can govern ourselves. Yeah. We're supposed to be the ones that audit government. So yeah, that's the truth. Mind control. I ain't leading on shit I don't know about. Good man, Gonzo, good man. Gonzo said that, right? Yeah. Good man. Seeking praise and recognition is the best tool for manipulation. You're right. You're right. Now, I'm not trying to say all manipulations are bad. Sometimes manipulations can be good. But it's hard to think of, examples of good ones. It really is. Oh man, Doc. Wow. Dr. Pyrostein for the win. If the degree makes you better, your mind is controlled by the one that awarded it to you. Cheers, brother. This stab's for you, bro. Very true. No paper tells me who you are. Yeah, you want to know the truth? I only went to college because of the fact that I wanted the paper to hang on the wall so that I could offer a better job for other people. And honestly, I didn't learn a damn thing. Not one damn thing. The only thing I learned actually was that people lay down rules, right? And then they break them. The people that make the rules are the ones who generally break them. Let's hear that, okay? Here's an example. I was in an art class, digital art, right? And we were told to make a logo. And we were told that we could only use, I think it was 2 colors. But the winner, because there was like a $500 gift certificate or something like that, that was, the prize. The winner used like 6 colors. And I was the one who, stuck my hand up in the air and said, can I get you to use 3 colors? Because it's really hard to create, color theory out of just 2 colors. It's easier if you can involve a 3rd color. And I was told flat out, no, the winner will be, the winning gift card will be awarded to the person who uses 2 colors. And it wasn't. And that was very, very, I got mad. I almost yelled when they awarded that. I was so mad. I was like, look, that might have been the design you wanted, but you could have asked for more colors, right? Blue takis, blue takis. I'm trying to think. Why do I know that word? Oh, yes. Okay. I know what you're talking about now. Right. Are real. They are not from the mine or the malevolent force. Nice. Well put. Thank you for stumping me on a word, actually. Degrees, licensing, laws, it's paper, yeah. Good people don't need papers to tell them how to live. Very well put. My papers say I am shit. Hey man, I use toilet paper too. Oh, you're a music teacher, nice. Yeah, you got to give children the responsibility. I mean, teaching should be learning on all levels, even for the instructor, right? Why go with rules that do not serve the purpose? Yes. Chicken McNuggets. Yes. I am familiar with Takis. It took me a second to realize what you were referencing, but yes. And they have blue nuggets, yes. Yes. Sure. Why not? Blue Takis have been lying to you. LOL. That's funny. I mean, you know, the truth lies in the eye of the beholder, right? In a lot of ways. In a lot of ways. Cheese is white, by the way. Yes. Milk, right? What would the color actually be, right? We are mind fucked. Well put, Doc. Man, you guys are great. Here, let me give you direction to my other work. Wow, guys, thank you for the likes. I appreciate you. You guys are just amazing. That's my Widowmaker Mafia channel, guys. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the repost. Grandma's Boy podcast for the win. You made my, what is today, Tuesday? You made my Tuesday, bro. Thank you for the follows, guys, and the likes, and yeah, for all the wonderful comments, man. Eggs and bacon have no true relationship. Yeah, I agree with that. White cheddar, nice. Yes. Parmesan can get a little yellowish, but that's isn't that because of the additives? It is a color issue this time. Nice. Tweety, you're so generous. Thank you for the gifted. That's beautiful. Congratulations, Gonzo. Matter of fact, I think that's the first gifted sub in my gaming channel, yeah. Thank you for popping my cherry, bro. Of course, I'm calling you bro, but I'm speaking general. I'm not trying to be gender specific, right? Who knows, right? I'm not trying to assume. Thanks, little bird. I love Tweety. My cousin actually, he had so much Tweety memorabilia that it was insane. Do I have a rock making channel? It is going to be Widowmaker Mafia that does that. Widowmaker Mafia is going to do a lot of things, okay? Not only is it's gonna basically underpin, right, all of what my business will be. I want to create a merch shop. I want to be able to involve artists. I want to be able to, you know, make it original and not just Chinese knockoff stuff, right? But then there's the other side of it where I want to do research in sciences, okay, chemistry, etc., right? And then there's the side where I want to make, you know, controllers, keyboards, computer components, cell phones, tablets, etc., right? I want to design and develop software like operating systems and search engines and etc. I want to express the idea of bringing all the things that we could do with technology, because we have examples of them, and expanding on those ideas to where it's actually useful in society. I also have an idea for like a TV series, if you will, that I probably will be introducing in the next year or two. And it's called Making a Widowmaker Mafia, Making the Business. You know what I mean? And basically, you know, people are gonna, you know, it's gonna be kind of, how can I put this? It's gonna be kind of a reality type show, but at the same time, I want to encourage people to make their own business, to go through the trials, the tribulations, and I'm gonna try to not make it come off as fake, right? Because it will be very real. But there has to be that kind of game show aspect to it, right? So I'm going to feed off of that idea. And it's going to be about everything that I do for the business. It will probably turn into the public monitor of the business, because I do desperately want to put into legal action the direction of the company itself. And I don't think it'll ever be a privately traded company. I really don't see that happening. It'll probably stay private the whole time. So that's what Widowmaker Mafia is. So when I do buy property, because we're looking for property currently, then you'll go through the process of me building my studio, building my shop, starting my actual business as far as creating product in the form of geopolymer product, right? But we will be expanding is the point. So yeah, right there with you. So that will be my rock making channel. I hope that explains a lot more to you. Widowmaker Mafia is a very thoroughly thought through business that I've been working on for quite a while. We are non-gamer raider or gaming raiders, but this has been cool. Hey man, thank you. Thank you. I agree. I like it. I like interacting with people like this. I like when people jump into the chat and stop me in my just stone cold, right? From doing what I'm doing to interact. I like that. Like, that's what I live for. I like having talks like this. Stone controllers. You want to know something, guy? I've already thought of doing that. What about the keycaps? Keycaps, man. Think about it. Geopolymer keycaps. Basically ceramic keycaps. Can you imagine how clicky they will be and how much people will love them? I can't wait, bro. I got all that in the works. And honestly, if you can go do it before I do, please do. I want to buy your product. For real. I want to be honest with you. I think that there could have very well been technology built into stone, right? Think about it. It's the best way to protect that technology, right? Can we prove that today? There's a lot of things that point to the possibility, but it doesn't really show an example of truth in that yet. And that is one of the things I will be working with, yes. I have a lot of ideas for that kind of stuff. You're on the right wavelength. You're smart. You're thinking. I like that. Tweets going where no man has gone before. Well put. I like how you adapted. Awesome. Wild, funky combinations. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Creating a new music genre. Man, you guys are on point in so many directions because this is my notebook, okay? Not only have I been working on a book, or actually 2 books, somewhat kind of related, but one's fictional, one's non-fictional. But I also have been creating music in this, okay? And this is never and will never be on the internet. This is my brain. This is where I'm going to put all the things that I can that I wasn't able to do so that the person that comes after me has this to go by. And music creation definitely coming up in the mix as soon as possible. You know, I can only do so much as one guy. And, you know, a new music genre, let's be honest, we need that. We do. Even if it's a mix of existing genres, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man, it's been good exchanging ideas. Thank you. Hey, Tweet, man, listen. Love you. Okay? We're not the only ones doing this, you know? Like I said, I'm not really that original. I'm just a loud expression of what a lot of people think, right? So that's futurist. That's what that defines, right? I'm a futurist, forward-looking individual. On Twitter, it says I'm a convergent, divergent, no, sorry, an alternative convergent, divergent thinker. And I really am all that. I really am. So it's awesome to meet people who are basically the same, right? The Widowmaker like an old mining tool? No. Widowmaker as in the idea of, okay, so Widowmaker Mafia, it's always been kind of a pun. Okay? When I first started Widowmaker Mafia, it was a crew in GTA 5. But it was a social experiment. What I wanted to do was get, you know, so many people, as many people as I could, hyped and proficient in one thing, and then see how they could relate it to other things. You want to know something about that experiment? It showed that people don't want change. It showed that people are one-sided more than they are open to ideas of involving other things into the mix. And that was a big wake-up call for me, honestly. It proved to me that it was going to be very hard to pull people together to try to push for better options in the world, etc., etc. But now it's a business. And the pun is death to mafia. Okay? If you know anything about the history of the light bulb, then you'll know that there was a cartel that was basically designing light bulbs so that they would fail, because they realized that the direction they were on, making light bulbs that could last forever, basically would end their ability to make sales. And there was a law. They were, you know, they went through the legal process because, you know, they got called out, right? And here we are today with companies like Apple, who are designing flaws so that it degrades their product. And that's no different, right? So I want to be able to design things that are timeless, even if that means that I have no reason to produce or sell them again. More than that, Widowmaker Mafia wants to, or the idea of it, right, is that everyone should be able to design their own objects, keyboards, controllers, mice, headphones, cars, everything, right, in their home. And not only print it as a working, functioning device, but also in the programming of it. You know, helpful tools that can actually pull together a full working device for you in your home. That's one of the ideas behind it. Oh, you have to leave? You have an appointment this morning? Hey, man, take care. Love you. Thank you for the gifted sub. It's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. And definitely come back. Hang out. Okay, I'm behind on chat. Wow, okay. You would totally make rocks? Welcome to the geopolymer community. And there are a lot of us out there. There are. You know, we're already 3D printing in geopolymer, mostly in Europe right now currently, but as soon as it hits America, you're talking about buildings that are going to last tens of thousands of years versus concrete, which is like a lifespan of 150 years, you know? We be rockin'. You know what? I actually know a guy that has a tile company called Weeby. Or Be No Rockin'. Sorry, I read that wrong. No, Be No Rockin', Under This Tree No More. Is that what is said on Courage this morning? Okay, I see what I follow you now. Courage rocks Doc. Nice. Love you, tweet. Yeah, that light bulb has been on for a long time. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I mean, it barely illuminates, right? But it still works. And the idea behind, you know, the need to build in, you know, to the design element of degradation, right, is silly because, of course, we'll have to replace light bulbs. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was a bad biz. Light bulbs burning forever. Yeah, that's what they thought, right? Finite things make for dependency. Yes. Xfinity. Ha! Hey, check this out. Oh, man, we could do an advertisement like that for real. Love you, tweet. You have a great day, man. And of course, I say man in a non-gender specific way. I hope you know that. I don't know if you're a male, female, or what. I'm just saying. I see that your letters are in pink, and I get an assumption, but I don't want to go there, right? Yeah, man. Until we meet again, for real. Yeah, I thought Tweety was, yeah. I was considering that while I was saying, dude, man, bro, you know, it's just, I don't want it to come off like, yeah. Love you, Tweety. Thank you so much for coming in. It's wonderful to know you. It really is. Wow, you guys are on point with all the quips and, yeah, knowledge. Hell yeah. It ends if you don't pay. Yes. Man, I'm going to tell you right now, some of the older stuff is very much more long lasting than what we got today. Think about that. You know, when we say we can't find evidence of tools or, you know, writing or anything like that, like in the pyramids, etc., except for what comes after it was built, and probably long after its use, right? I have ideas for that, and I hope to talk about it in the next Widowmaker Mafia webcast. So, yeah, maybe look out for that. Yeah. Still wish I had his record player. Man. Oh, man. Nice. Automated record shifter. Record shifter. Yeah. Symbolic tea bag. Yeah. One record drops back on the other while it was shifted. Okay. Gonzo, do you remember those, the phonographs that are like the big heavy almost stone, like real ceramic, you know, type records? Do you remember those? They're really thick and heavy. I unfortunately had to clear out a house and get rid of one of those recently, and I just wish I had somewhere I could have stored it. But yeah, it's just a shame. Didn't have time to try to sell it. Didn't have time to try to, you know, help the person more in that regards that I was helping at the time. And yeah, a lot of old things had to go to the wind. Wait, Doc, you're throwing me out. Okay. Like the sweaty balls of the shaft in the face. No. Oh, man. Wow, Doc. You're deep, brother. Is that what it means? Kind of, maybe. Maybe more so than kind of. Yeah, you know about those phonographs? Man, listen, those, man, just the collectability of them, but the fact that it had to go, it had to go. There was no other chance, you know, no other choice with it. It just got left, and yeah, it sucks. I really liked it. It was really nice. Wanted to try to keep it in the family, but at the same time, it's like, what can I do with this? I can't put it anywhere. It's so heavy. Yeah, no, yeah, boo-hoo-hoo, right? Yeah, the letter X. I'm gonna be honest with you, the Widowmaker Mafia logo is an idea of what like Elon wants X to be, right? It's kind of an idea like that. But the reason why I chose the hourglass assemblage is because of the Orion. It's because of Orion. You know, the whole Three Kings idea, the whole hourglass look to it. That was the whole reason why I chose that symbol to represent my business. Yeah. Wait, are you talking about late night rambling? Late night ramblings? You are? You know that I play Rocket League with him, right? Him and Junior Disciple? Quite a bit, actually. Yeah, he and I hang out. We were hanging out last night while him and Junior Disciple were playing World of Tanks. Yeah, that was me. Hi, nice to meet you. Shake your hands. I am the Elitist Pro. This is my channel, IllPRO Gaming. Yeah. Yeah, that's me. Nice to meet you. And yeah, you're right. He does think it's 10th Nation. Yeah. He and I've talked a little bit about it. He and I actually wanted, I don't know if he wants to as much as I do, but I'd really like to get him podcasting. I really would. Yeah, whenever someone buys into an idea, it's easier to manipulate. I hope to not be that. I hope to just be, you know, a revelation of sorts and, you know, an inspiration maybe, you know, at the most. But yeah, definitely don't plan on manipulating, that's for sure. And that is very easy to fall into when you develop a following, right? Of hundreds of people, when Jesus only needed 12, right? Okay? It kind of manipulates your mind and makes you feel more powerful, and then before you know it, you're manipulative. And yeah, I hope to call a lot of people out that started out innocent and moved to manipulation. I really do. I want to call as many of them out as I can. I only said hi. I'm kind of a day walker now. Cool, man. It's good to walk in the day. Honestly, my hours are so fucked that I have no schedule. I can't make a schedule. I tried at one point to make a really stringent, you know, formula for it, but at this point, it's like the only reason why I don't care if I stop playing a game to have these kinds of talks is because that's my focus, not gaming, right? But it relates, right? There's a lot to be said about that, Doc. Yeah. They know it's bullshit, but they are trying to make it happen to fulfill prophecies. Yeah. Crowley does talk about that. You're right. One mind for them to mold. Well put. Well put. That's, yeah. You got it. That's the nail. Yeah. Hammer a whole bit, bro. That is the whole bit. Man, how long have we been streaming here? You guys have been here since I started. You guys have been here for 2 hours and 20 minutes, guys. Thank you. Turbines is clean energy. Yeah. Yeah. That's like saying we should go 100% solar, you know? That's ridiculous. That will never work. Yes, the sun is reliable to an extent. To an extent. I put a lot of thought into that, actually. Over unity is real. It takes a lot of balls to say that on a timeless thing like a live stream, right? Over unity exists. I'm not saying it's possible. I'm not saying that you know, that it could be, okay? I'm saying it exists today. I have looked into enough of that to know that. Oh man, yeah. A gay raid. way to put that. Yeah, I'm glad you stayed because, like I said, gaming, I love to play games, you know? I am a digital artist. I have knowledge in 2D, 3D, animation, video effects, etc., etc., etc. Okay, making games, game assets, materials, etc., all those things. Okay, but I love playing games. I do, but it's my second passion. It's not my first. Marathon men. It's been real awesome. Good to hear. I was gonna keep it short as well, but that sun keeps shining in my shining, so my ass is parked. Haha. Great combo too. Thank you. That's beautiful. I like you a lot, Gonzo. You're fun. And if you stay parked, you can't cut off your penis, so Doc's gonna be happy with it. I wish I could be a lazy ass fuck. Like, wow. Oh, we're not gonna call out names like that. But I won't disagree with you entirely. Maybe Newton. Nice. Oh man. Most of the people into gaming do fall for the modernity traps. Yes. Yeah. 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 That's really true. Um, I like to call it out like this. There's a lot of people that are just going through the motions till they get to a certain level, and then they drop motions off a little bit at a time. Things like going in and saying hello, maybe even spending time and actually watching the content, right? And of course, there's always the lurk, right? And I get lurk. If you're playing it in the background and you're listening to it while you're doing other things, that's a lurk. I get that. But man, when you can actually, have conversations and get grip on a reality type based scenario where it's like not scripted, right? Like I have to go in, I have to comment once, I have to say I'm going to lurk, I have to have their channel tabbed, I have to, then it becomes kind of a drawback. It kind of hurts people, I think, more than it helps them. But then there's that, like I was saying, there's always that guy that gets so big that he can't handle it all, right? So things start falling off. Less, visiting other channels, less hosting, less, involvement. And it kind of draws them out of that and puts them in their own little space. And I hope to not be that guy. I was born into, oh my gosh, you're so extreme that it makes it difficult for me to read what you're saying. But I agree. I agree with you, Doc. Even though they are retarded now and removing their dicks. Again, individual choice has to be there, right? If they want to do that, you have to be you have to be understanding to that want, right? But there is a line where it gets drawn for me, and I think that applies to you too. I'm pretty sure I get it. Stay down. Wow. La 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 la. Old school gay as in fun. LOL. Oh man, gay? Yeah, it's why they keep people busy. You're right. It's why, you know, the need to work has it's gone so extensive now. You know, well, the next generation will never be able to buy property at the cost of living that my grandparents say had, right? It's never going to be the same. There are some people out there that just do not get that. But yeah, there's a lot to say about that. Oh, yeah. That's funny. Well, I'm in his Discord channel, so if you want to add me, go for it. You know, when I click on add friend, okay, I'm not the fake person. Okay, I'm not that person who just adds you for popularity status, right? Never gonna be that guy. I don't care how popular I am. I'm gonna say what the fuck I'm gonna say when I want to say it, and that's just that. And that's why a lot of people are like, he's toxic. I'm not toxic. You're toxic. That's what I say to those people, right? Where do we go? Okay. Talking to normies will start to make you lose it after a bit. There's a line in Idiocracy, the movie, okay? If you haven't seen Idiocracy, make yourself sit down and watch it. It's absolutely absurd, okay? I'm going to be honest with you. The first time I sat down to watch it, made it through 5 minutes and said, this is bullshit. This is retarded. I can't watch this. But then I started seeing clips online and it was like, yeah, okay, I do want to see this movie. It's very relevant and insightful, right? In a very comedic type way. But there's one line in there where Rita looks over and says, do you ever wonder if Einstein thought we was all just dumb shits or something along that effect, right? And he looks around and he goes, you know, I never thought of it that way. There's a lot of that, right? Oh, man. I'm all about voluntary action. Same. The only way to truly create energy. You're right. Natural energy, natural development, natural, all these things, right? People always think, I mean, everybody can do whatever, but it's the opposite. People should do what they are. Exactly. Exactly. I think that is what the do as thou wilt shall be the whole of the law actually means. Yeah. Kind of. Yeah. Yeah. Not even kind of. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Definitely. Doesn't mean be depraved. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. But the illusions are the great now, are so great now. Yeah. These things are very much an illusion, guys. They really are. Think about it. You guys like to post. What the hell is that? I've never seen that screen before. These things are very, very much an illusion. Okay? The idea that everyone that you communicate with it is a real person, gone nowadays, right? Like, even now, you could be talking to me, but I'm an AI. And it's like, that's the illusion, right? They want you to feel like they want to mock you when you talk to yourself. And that's basically what, you know, the equivalent of talking to an AI bot is, right? So you're basically talking to yourself and then they poison you to actually follow through with something like that. Think about that. Think about it. Yeah, people don't finish that line because it takes away the conspiracy around it. You're right. That is well put. Yeah. I'm catching up, guys. Forgive me. I'm slow. I take my time. Manufactured consent. Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah. Mass produced consent. Wow. Yeah. You're on it, Doc. Crowley, yeah. Crowley, he's one of those, right? Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't kick it with him either, but yeah, he's definitely not retarded. You're right. Definitely kind of gives vibes, you know what I mean? That aren't the greatest, you know? Kind of like listening to Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, right? I get it. Okay, brotherhood is real. I get it. But guy, you're taking it way too far. You need to shut the fuck up. And one day, if you keep it up that way, someone's going to force you to shut the fuck up. And it's already been proven, so don't... I know there's a mentality to not be scared of that, but still, guy, cut down a little bit, you know? Just bring it into perspective and calm it down, right? That's what I would tell Andrew Tate. Let's see, I use my smartphone as a tethering apparatus. Yeah. Yeah. Am I saying that right? Teetering? There we go. I know English. I just gotta say it, right? Oh, you have a phone? Was it a flip phone from 2018? I'm trying to think. Flip phones were very popular in 2018, if I remember correctly. Still, wait, no. No, they were smartphones at 2018. Man, I hate phones and the history of phones. 2000s, which is probably the last great flip phone. Maybe 2002-ish, I would say. Hard to remember nowadays. I hate being old. Let me tell you guys. It sucks. I'm a 25-year-old trapped in a 50-year-old's body right now. Trying to keep all the dates straight and, you know, advancement, and man, there's too much to remember nowadays. Let's be honest. That's why we need devices like we have, right? That's why they were originally created, right? And instead of making us smarter, it's kind of dumbed us down in a large manner, right? Like, it's measurable at that point. Speaking of which, my phone's saying, hey, you need to charge me. And I don't do anything with it. I sometimes wonder why I have it, but I understand the need for it too, so. Oh, wow, you guys are so talkative. I love it. Okay, I gotta get caught up. People are in love with the idea of evil and points towards certain people instead of realizing we can all be and will be, or will all do evil. Yes. Yes. Especially if you're raised in a way to not know the difference. You're just constantly pounced upon and disciplined, right? I understand the need for discipline. Don't get me wrong. But I also know what it's like to grow up and be raised to be stupid as a rock, dumb as a rock, okay? I understand that. But I don't understand why we do that. Why do we do that to our children, right? It can be a thing, right? It's not with everybody, but it is a serious thing, right? That we should address. You know, teach our kids stuff. Teach them right and wrong and why. Have stories in line and in check for that. A lot of people, you know, forget all the great stories that had a value to it, right? Including religious, right? There are some values to it, right? And then they put too much emphasis on one thing versus the other, and they can become this like condemnation, right? Where they think that they have to treat everyone like they're just the worst thing on the planet. And you don't have to be that way, right? There's other ways to do that without being so negative. And a lot of that does happen to come as my experience, okay? My experience, my opinion, right? Christianity, right? It's been turned into that, right? A lot. It has. Making people think they are solely good. Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of deceptive. Others are evil. Got to take them out. I love it. Yeah. We wrote book. The religious we wrote book tells you everything, right? I see a lot of value in religious text. I do. But there's an underpinning relationship that they have that we're missing out on. And that underpin is this, okay? The underpinning of this idea, right? We have to know how our solar disk moves about the sky, right? So that we can grow food and, you know, establish growth, right? And that's a lot of it, right? But then it gets deeper than that too. So, but the underpinning idea is cycle. Understanding cycle enough to be able to use it to your advantage. And that's what the Bible should really be looked at as. Other religious texts as well. But there are, you know, the references to number, symbolism in numbers, right? 12 constellations, one God, the sun. But in that thinking, I have to disagree, right? I think that the sun is the false God. That's how I look at that. Here's why. Because without the universe, nothing would exist. And if God is in everything and flows through everything and is just everything, right? Then who is God? Our universe. So that's where I stand, just so you know. And I can be talked to about it. We can have discussions about it. It's fine. Regotten. They're popular after 2020. Yeah, I don't remember when flip phones actually faded out, but yeah. I remember my first phone was the Droid. My first smartphone, right? And even it had a little ball on it that you could move around and click. It was fun. Feel lucky for having grown up with out too much TV. Yeah. Do fairy tale origin stuff on the school sometimes. Yeah. Chips in a Coke is a treat. You know that. Good boy. You know, a pat on the head. Yeah. Most people can't tell a good story anymore. I think that's by design. Yeah, especially with short form content being massively absorbed. Yeah, man. First thing I used to do when I got up in the morning was put on clothes that were for outside. Okay. And that's where I went, outside. Let's see, where am I? Religious texts are being read wrong, indeed. Yeah, very much so. Needs a lot of clarification for most. Yeah, I hope to offer some of that. Not a whole lot. I'm not going to focus entirely on it, but yeah, I'm going to hit on and off of it as a relation, right? Astro theological, very much, very much. Allegories for us to understand life. Yes, yes. That's how I see all of history too. You're on it, man. Gonzo is on it. There were still old people that called it the idiot box, yes. When I was little, yeah. They built shit and grew gardens and played cards and told fucking stories. You're right, bro. Absolutely. They would talk about weather, if nothing else. You're right. Yeah, actually communicating with people, man. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot about conspiracy theorists, you know? I mean, first of all, it's what they're seeing. It's not a mythological idea that just popped out in thin air, right? It's what they're seeing. That's why they apply it. And that whole idea of saying conspiracy in the first place, that's, you know, in line with the idea of terrorism, right? Terrorist. It's so general. It's just a mockery, right? Let's see. And now they can't even look up and see what we deal with without flipping out on you being a conspiracy theorist just for seeing. Yes, that's very point. That's on point, like 100%. The Astrodome. Fake grass in the ass. That's hilarious. Love it. Love telling stories and making them a little wilder than they really were. I mean, that's kind of like me whenever I sing a Christmas song, right? But I'm giving words that are completely out of base with the idea of Christianity altogether. My girlfriend thinks it's hilarious. It is who we are. Yes. To talk, you need time. Spot the problem? Yep. I do. That is smart, right? Doc got you. Guys, you're stopping me from playing games. This is a gaming channel. What's wrong with you? Stop doing this to me. I'm not gonna be that guy. I love it. You guys are great. Feel free to stop in and talk about just random stuff with me. I like it. And yeah, it's all in the works. Everything that I've been talking about. My girlfriend, she's busy, you know, but she's the only help I have. So sometimes I have to just deal with slowing down, taking time. But as we start building as a community of people that want to get involved with things that are like this, right? I think it'll speed up quite a bit. So the fact that you're here and that you're motivational and that you're, you know, encouraging and doing all those things and sharing ideas and all the things that I love, like I'm a complete nerd for that shit. My girlfriend trips out sometimes, you know, she's like, I don't know how you can handle it. You talk about so much stuff. And it's like, hey man, I've had 25 years to change my life into a knowing being instead of just some degenerate that doesn't know anything, right? And I hope she gets it at this point, you know? I keep telling her all this stuff that I say I'm going to do, I'm going to do. And eventually I do, but it is just me, so it takes time. And that is the problem. I mean, if this was just, you know, take a stylus and make a clay tablet, then I'd be done. It's definitely not that easy. And you guys help make it easier. To me, all the true conspiracy people just point at something to find out what others think, sometimes. And that can be a shilling in a way. If others react and make you want to feel ashamed just for noticing they got shafted again. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Coffee time. Hey, man. Hot coffee. Cheers. Love it. Remember people used to have actual coffee breaks? Yeah. That got out of hand, talking for hours. Yeah. Yeah. I remember. Problems that they wait for TV to fix are ours, and the shaft doesn't want to help. I like the way you think, man. Yeah, in the 90s. I worked for a company not that long ago, really, but quite a while back. And the operator, okay, the person who was the dispatch operator, she was very screwed up in the head. She actually thought it was a good idea to put one of her clients on speakerphone saying that they only wanted Mexican workers. They didn't want blacks or whites. She thought this was a good idea to play for all of us employees to listen to. She lost her job pretty much immediately. She was sued pretty much immediately. But there are people out there that do that. And it's not right. I think that you should be qualified for what you do. Yes. But, yeah. I don't even care if you cut off your penis. If you know what you're doing and your skill is there and you're not trying to shove your detached penis in everyone's face, you're the right person for the job, right? Yeah, they keep patting it. Yeah, on the backs for, yeah, something, their own problem. Yeah. It's called failing upward. And a lot of people play off of those people. It's like what they say about government right now. You know, that they're always out trying to manipulate someone else to be indoctrinated into the ability to manipulate others. And it's like, it's a lot to be said to that, of, you know. Yeah, you're right. They say it's too big and they can't change it, but they sure the fuck have made it worse over the years. Yes. No problem at all. We just worked for a big blah, blah, blah. No problem at all. We just worked a bit harder after the long break and made up for it. You're right. You're right. Absolutely. Like, here I am trying to progress through something for a VOD and boom. Stop what you're doing, bro. Have a real conversation, man. I can always finish this later. You know, where's that mentality, right? Oh, man. Change what they wilt. Love it. Who said that? I'm trying to think. I've heard that somewhere before. Change what they will. Yeah, man. Oh, wow. They shalt remove thy dicks. I mean, you gotta remember, even in ancient time, you made that shit up. Okay, it sounds familiar. I'm trying to think why it sounds familiar, but that's probably why it sounds familiar, right? Everyone gets influenced in some way to the point where they come up with something similar, right? What was I gonna say? I just forgot. The universe got plans for us all. See? Our wills only go so far, see? Minted. Nice. Yeah, when things align, epic fireworks will put. Definitely. Yeah. More truth to that than you know. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are scared of actual success. You know, my girlfriend, you know, whenever I talk about all the things that I want to do, whenever I try to project, you know, as far as profitability and etc. like that, she's like, I wouldn't know what to do with that. And it's like, yeah, that's why there's so many people that live in an imaginary world of abundance, you know. But yeah, there's a lot of people that can't envision that type of thing, you know, success, right? And then there are people who fall into success seemingly all too easy, right? And even they can't handle it sometimes. You're pretty scared of success? Don't be scared of success. Fight those demons, man. Seriously. Focus. And just let it happen naturally. Don't try to force it. That's one of the things I have to like work with, is not trying to force things. Yeah, most of us are scared of success. Wait, what? I'm not going to repeat that. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think that there's a good reason to change laws regarding drugs, and I don't necessarily feel like any drug should be, you know, outlawed, but at the same time, you know, and even to add to that, you know, we should focus more on help for that person who can't handle them, you know what I mean? Versus incrimination, right? But I can understand the reason for, you know, oversight, accountability, etc. I can understand a reason for some of those things. But yeah, I've grown my own cannabis. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a medical patient for arthritis, but it didn't start out that way. It started out as a party thing, you know, kind of like drinking beer, right? And then it became more of a thing for helping with my insomnia. And then as I started, you know, developing arthritic, I'm arthritic throughout my whole body right now. That's why I'm standing and sitting and then standing and then sitting. And as a matter of fact, I'm about to sit down again because my body is just rejecting everything. It really is. Um, but yeah, I think that we should be a more understanding civilization than what we are. Grow shit. How does one do that? I'm gonna tell you how you grow shit. You feed a cow. Hey. Hey, you get it, right? That's how you grow shit. Junior Disciple Gaming. Welcome to the conversation. Hey, guess what I'm not doing right now? Love you, man. You just jumped in. Oh, grow shit. How did? Oh, you were the one who said that. That's funny. Okay. Yeah, you want to grow shit? Feed a cow hay. Farming 101, bro. Oh. Okay, make sure I read the names. Okay. Where am I? Yeah, you're right. They are going to turn it into that. They're trying to with cannabis even, where it's so taxed that it almost becomes irrelevant. Like that's how I see them trying to like actually get rid of it, not to make it more accessible to those who need it. And it's weird because, you want the industry to grow, but at the same time you see where it's going in that kind of respect. Let's see, where am I? Yeah, doctor, you're borderline extreme, but I get it. I do. If you grow some puppies for yourself, just don't share it. That's interesting. Okay, I kind of miss on what you're aiming at for that, but yeah. It's like yesterday with Thought. Thought. That hoe over there, right? Homeopathic remedy for that. Junior Disciple for the homeopathic remedies. What Junior Disciple misses on is this. Because you do miss on something with those, as you put it, homeopathic remedies, right? There's something that you miss with that, right? Sometimes those cost more and have less research. Do I always believe the research though? No. It's like with the cyanide and the cyanide form of not toluene, but in energy drinks that you keep referring to. I don't agree that cyanide based shit, it's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't say it. You know what I'm referring to. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I agree with you on the idea behind not agreeing with that. That's what I'm trying to say. Does that make sense? Don't blow into the cow's anus. I'm about to anal probe, so you might want to watch out. Installing your SSD. Yeah, I am going to install my SSD. Where is that? I just had it up. Oh, here it is. Right here, man. I've got the cable ready and everything, bro. Because I don't think that there's... I think I need to put another one of these in. But if not, then I'll just plug it in. But what I'm not doing is gaming. I know what you're referencing when me asking you, what am I not doing? You're right, I'm not doing this, but more importantly, I'm not gaming because I've got all these great people in here. It's fun. I like being halted. It's great. It's challenging, right? It raised the expectancy of, oh no, I thought I was going to do this and now I have to go back and do it again. But that's fine. I like it. I love it. Don't make a video of it if you do, blowing the cow's anus. That's funny. I say blowing the cow's anus. I like that. That's funny. But keep it to yourself. Oh, man. That's funny. How about sucking on a cow's udder? Gross. But you gotta know that someone has, you know, milked the teat and directly. I mean, we've seen it on TV, right? With Mike, oh, the guy that does dirty jobs. Why can I not think of his last name? But yeah, you got to know that in ancient times they were straight from the udder, right? I can imagine a baby underneath a cow while it's being milked, sucking on an udder. You know what I mean? Take a little time off for mama, you know what I mean? I can see that. Not every plant is good. That is true. Lots of drug talk. I still don't grow my own. Yeah. I need to start growing my own cannabis again because it does save a lot of money in the end of it. Starting up, not so much. If you're not using LED lights, you know, you're going to waste a lot of money growing it. But at the same time, you know, you can always grow outside in some instances. But yeah, I need to start growing my own cannabis again. When we buy property, definitely going to start doing that again. And I might even, you know, live stream a lot of that. Opium next year. Nice. Can plant before winter. Yeah. A lot of people grow, you know, they'll train their mother plants, right, for an early start, which does yield a lot more. I mean, I follow some people on YouTube right now that seriously grow some big trees. I'm thinking about starting/getting a mini weed plant. They are fairly new. You're talking about bonsaiing a cannabis plant, I assume. I have actually tried doing that and successful at it too. I have a video that is online right now. That is basically a bonsai with a single bud on it. And that was a delicious bud too. That's why I'm moving at some point. Want to make my own big ass garden where I roam around barefoot plucking fruit. Yeah. That's the life, brother. Chilies. Yes. The Netherlands is as expensive as California is land-wise, yeah. I'll be honest with you. You know, I'm not saying that I haven't done things like that as far as cannabis go, but it's more fun to give away your product. It really is. When you grow it and it's good and you can walk up to a friend and be like, "Hey buddy, have one of these." You know what I mean? It's so much more fun than saying, "Hey, give me money for this." You got to check out that video. Well, you got to find it because it's not one that I promote. It's not a channel I promote anymore. I'm trying to think if I could, you know, even offer a clue. But yeah, it exists. And there's other people that make bonsai cannabis plants. So yeah, you'll like that. Yeah, you don't want to go to jail, brother. Stop. Barter it with someone you trust and once get quiet. Yeah. Bartering is, I mean, let's face it. The idea of spending money on something that, you know, money that you earn through labor is very much bartering, but it could be more like bartering, you know what I mean? Than that. And I think that we should live that way. I do. I think that it would solve a lot of problems, honestly. Yeah, I'm in a loan debt myself. Yeah. I couldn't afford college without any kind of assistance. And at the time, quite honestly, if I'm real with you, I needed that money just to live. You know, I didn't just need to learn and, you know, to gain a degree or anything like that. Like, I needed a way to live. So it was very necessary at the time, unfortunately. But yeah, I have that debt hanging over my head. That's for sure. And it shouldn't be as easy as it is, really. Also, when it comes to college, there shouldn't be this false narrative that just because you get a degree, you're going to get the job. That is not true. They need to have like a stipulation that's raised, right? Where if you get a loan for something like college, but you can't get work in the field that you studied in and mastered in, right? Then they shouldn't expect being paid back for that, right? Because it's like a false narrative, right? If there was anything I could help change, I'd hope it would be something along those lines. Going to Shaft College. I like your terminology, brother. Yeah. Need to live and work just to stay out of debt. Yeah. And I hate to be the guy that says this, but AI is not the answer to, you know, carefree living off the government. It's just, that is not the answer. As a matter of fact, I'm a big proponent of go start a business, get a business license, start a business. Do that. If you have a skill, start a business, please. The rising of cost of things right now, especially when it comes to services and product, right, could come way down if we all were running our own businesses. Not all of us per se. Okay, we do need people that can, you know, do labor, but do labor to start a business. Start a business. I can't say it enough. Start one. You don't want to help the beast? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I get that. Trivium? I'm trying to remember what trivium means. Or what it is. Are you talking about the band? I don't think you are. Are you? That's weird. You guys are really on point. The dude with the pet goose, he is on his mother's land and she only uses a small part for her gardening. Okay. That's why you only take what you need. Yeah. We need to start religions and nations at this point. But then you run the risk nowadays, especially of, you know, being called a cult, being labeled in a false narrative even of bad, right? Stuff like that. A philosophy, yeah, that makes more sense. The trivium is old school, classical schooling. Okay, got you. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. You're probably right. We do need that. I actually have ideas for bettering schooling system, rating of intelligence, rating of skills. I have an idea for that, and I'm going to try to implement that in everything I do. But it requires a large database, so we're talking heavy server loads, right? But it can all be, you know, it can all be matched and monitored as well. Trivia means the place where three roads meet. Okay, that might be what I recall on it more. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the crossroads, right? But it's a 3-lane, right? Grammar, rhetoric, yes. Rhetoric, yes. Can't just give up and say fuck it and keep doing the shit that slaves are comfortable with. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot to be said in that comment. Yeah. Yes. If they ain't fighting you, you might not be helping. That's very true. Basically how to learn. Yeah. Can't live forever. Yes. Time is wasted a lot, especially in technology. Because like I said, trying to just get to the point where I'm live streaming, trying to just get to the point where I'm not just playing games while live streaming, all of that takes time, man. Especially when you're working on other things, you know, and keeping things moving forward in other areas, right? When you combine all of that, it wastes your time. It really does. But I mean, if you think about it, right? Okay. The internet is supposed to be a tool to free people. And it's being turned over on its face, basically, right? So it's a two-way street no matter which way you go, is what I basically came to the idea of. You know, I could go out and rent a convention center and have talks, right? I could be the guy that's flown, stays in a hotel, goes onto a podcast and talks. But honestly, I would rather be the podcast. You know, I would rather be the guy providing travel and stay, you know? And in the idea of that, building relationships, right? There's a lot of people that are good at doing that right now. And I think that I like that path. Not on their shafty team. Yeah, well put. Yeah, so if you feel like someone's keeping you down, not only is there probably a manipulation in that, or, you know, the want to delay you from being progress and from keeping you from progressing. And yeah, dude, you guys are nailing it. For real. No soup resources for you. What is the line? If you don't eat your pudding, or if you don't eat your meat, how can you have any pudding, or whatever it is, the line from Pink Floyd. I forget how that goes exactly, but yeah, that's an idea behind that. Yeah, good point. The more our imagination is depleted, the more we become those cows in the cow revolution cartoon, right? Yeah, you're right. If we can't see a way out, there isn't one. You're right. So make your own soup. It's better anyways. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. You're right, Doc. Yeah. Well, hey, I gotta be honest, man. I was only gonna do this for like 2.5 hours. We're at almost 3.5. Retro Hawk, how you doing, buddy? Retro Hawk, I'm gonna install this today, and I'm gonna try to make allocations in a correct way so that I can find everything I need, and maybe do more with what I'm doing now already. So yeah, hard drive in the works. Just want to let you know. But anyway, like I was saying, I love you all. You have been a great conversation, a great distraction. I enjoy it. And I don't know how to pay that forward other than to just be motivated to make more content. So thank you so much for coming in today. Grandma's, oh my gosh, I'm going to say his name wrong. Let me make sure I say it right here. Oh my God. Grandma's Boy Podcast. Hey man, thank you for rating. I definitely have been following you for a little bit already, and I like what you're doing, bro. Keep it up. It's good work. And then they lie to you for 40 years. Yeah. What is heavy forward, not backwards? Good question. Best distraction for this day possible. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really glad that he came in with you guys. Retrohawk, when I'm done streaming, I'll message you when I'm done relieving myself and taking a shower. I need to shave. I need to turn off my computer so I can let it cool down so that I can get everything installed in it. So after I do that, if you're free, we can do it then. Oh, you'll be a couple hours? Perfect. This is how you get out of the cage. Perfect. Nailed it. This is a banana. I love the dancing banana. That's my favorite, man. He needs pom-poms. Don't you agree? Don't you think he should have pom-poms just going shh, 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 shh. My favorite emoji, man. Anna. You're funny, Retro. What Retro is calling porn is his filing system. Which I have to admit, I'm surprised he can find anything and doesn't have partition errors. But yeah, that's his porn. And it's great. Gotta learn to think in all directions, not just lines. And you gotta learn how to walk the line through that understanding, right? What's heavy forward but not backwards? Yeah, I want to know the answer to that. Did I miss that? I didn't, right? Gosh, you guys have been talking my ear off for a long time. I love it. I'm a nerd for this. I really am. What is heavy forward and not backwards? A ton. What? Yeah. I just got mind fucked. And not backwards. You are brilliant. It's an old joke. That's funny. I've never heard it. I've heard some really fucked up jokes though, if I'm honest. Man, what is heavy forward and not backwards? Ton. Okay. Cheers. That was a good one. And that proves that oldies can be goodies, right? So I'm in my prime, right? Yes. Oh, man. You guys are great. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you for coming in, for sticking around. Thank you for all the likes, for all the reposts, for, you know, following me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for, you know, helping me lose my gifted sub virginity and actually doing that. Tweety, you're great for that. Always, I have all the intention for paying all this forward at some point, and as soon as I can get past the making everything happen stage, that'll definitely be a case. So I'll be looking forward to that. There's quite a few people online, but I can't think of anything nearly interesting enough to go and raid. So I'm probably going to forego the raid today. Yeah, I'm probably just going to go ahead and end the stream because I've got a lot of things I got to do today. I am always behind on the things that I'm working on. And it's because of great people like you. Okay? It encourages me to go on. It gives me a break from all of the stress of, you know, all the artwork that I'm trying to do, all of the, you know, things I'm trying to do with the business, with, you know, and it's great that I was able to share that with you guys, being, you know, new to what I am and who I am and what I'm about, right? And I'm glad that we have so much of a connection. Please definitely follow me on Widowmaker Mafia if you can. If you really want to be a part of the conversation, if you want to be a part of a possible solution, or at least working towards that, right? Then definitely do that. Yeah, I love you all. Okay. Anyone that came in that hates me, I love you too. Okay. I know you can't fathom that idea, but I do. It's been a great live stream, even though I wasn't doing anything related to what I should have been doing. But again, I appreciate that because that distraction refocuses me. It helps me to take it easy and relax and not feel like I have to do a lot to get to that point, right? So I love you guys. Definitely. Let me go ahead and get caught up on these comments and chat. Banana dance. Yes. Best things happen organically, like coincidental. You're right. You are right. Go hang a salami. I'm a lasagna hog. What? I love it. That's great, man. Thanks for your time. Hey, man. Yeah. Thank you for your time. Okay. I live stream just as a way to prepare for when I need to actually advertise everything I'm doing. You guys coming in here helped me open up to that more, and I thank you. Where am I? You think I am full of hate? No, not at all. But your ideas are considered extreme. That doesn't mean it's bad. And no, I don't think you're full of hate. I think you get it. I think you're more with it than that, yeah. On tonight's show, I will be there to ruin it again, Pyro. Nice. I get that a lot. Fucker. Love it. I got stuck at GB's yesterday. Great combo too. Yeah. Yeah, there's good conversations to be had online, that's for sure. Thank you for telling me a great show. Thank you. Thank you. A lot of fun. Adult fun without the naked. Hey man, we can do that. We can do OnlyFans under the desk. Ask Retro. I've been thinking about it. You know? I could have me streaming from here up, doing gaming and other types of, you know, live streaming. And then underneath, I could have a camera for OnlyFans. Make that money, bitch. Right? Right? Should I do it? I don't know. I'm a little bit shy. Deep shit for him, he said. Nice. Well, guys, thank you so much for being here. I hate to end it like this because, I mean, I could talk like this for days straight, literally. Getting no sleep and staying up on coffee, but I have to get some things done today. I really do. I have to get caught up on other things that I've started already that I haven't done anything with for a little bit. And it's all about, you know, work in progress being greater than the question, right? So I love you guys. I'm going to end the live stream with a song for you guys to listen to. Let's see if it's positive enough. I'm trying to think of which one. Yeah, let's end with this song right here. And I love you guys. Come back. Hang out with me some more. Take me off of topic, okay? Take me off topic and put me in the mood to waste some time, if you will, in a positive way. Do that. Come back. Do that some more. I'm definitely here for that. But with that said, I love you all. Have a great day. If anyone was here to watch me finish this game, God didn't want me to finish it yet. Okay? This is proof. And yeah, I just love you all. It means so much to me to know you guys. And if you want a real friend, we'll definitely be that. Okay? I'm not a fake person. I can't be that anymore. And with that said, I love you all. Have a great day. And yeah, that's what it takes, guys. Netflix. Let's go. Hell yeah. I love you guys.
Let's go. Yeah. I'm like an addict.
I can't wait to have more conversations with you guys. I can't. I mean that. And yeah, love you all, bro. You have a great day. I might be on later, so look for me.
If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes.
I take shots to the top, I'll get it. I got one life, I'ma do all to win it. I do what's right, pushing till I fall. I'm slipping to get back up, always stand tall, I'm grinning. I got cuts real deep, big bruises scarred. I had to learn how to think with my head not hard. I've been chewed up, spit out, torn apart. But picking up all the pieces is a form of art.
I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I